Okay, I think I'm back. And so now I'm just waiting. Because it says I have no one watching, even though I'm watching. My computer quit responding, you guys. And then y'all had a black screen, and I apologize. And what is all this stuff open? Okay. Now I'm just getting chat up on the phone, making sure I'm muted. I am. Yep, here I am. Now we're just waiting to see if we get anybody else. Evidently, when the power went off, I don't know what happened, but it did something to the connection. Or then, well, it wasn't when it went off. When it went off, we were still streaming. It was when it came back on. It did something. It probably disconnected me from my hotspot and reconnected me to our internet, which is horrible. But then none of my windows were responding on the computer. I ended up having to reboot. So welcome back, Joe. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else comes back. So, but while we were gone, or while y'all couldn't see me, I got our pocket made. I like it. I think it's very pretty. It needs probably a magnet closure or something. I don't want to put like a circle on her or anything, so it needs a magnet. But for now, it's good. So we have this little flippy pocket, this little flippy pocket. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the center portion of this page. And let me go on and go around the edges. I should have done this before I glued stuff. So, and are you ready to go live later, Joe? Have you got all that stuff set up? Or did you lose me again? Am I just talking to myself? This may not be my day for YouTube. It shows I have 4 watching. 5. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Can y'all see me and hear me? I hope so. So I'm just verifying that I can be seen and heard. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, good. You can see me and hear me. Yay! We're good. We are good. Cooking with gas now. Sort of. I'm just inking this up. So I did get this page finished. Hi, Misty. Welcome back. So I got this page finished, and so now I close my ink up. Here is what we have so far in our embellishments and ephemera journaling thing that we're making. We have this page with the flip outs, the pockets, which we're going to make stuff during the series for the pockets and everything. 2 other pockets, a place to put an embellishment of some kind. And then over here we have a pocket. And then we went to the back cover of that one. And we did this tag with a belly band. It flips over to a waterfall page. And then over here we have this tag that also flips open. Plenty of room to embellish things. And on the back of that we have a pocket. Oh, we got to decorate the back of this somehow. Huh. So on here we did the flip out bag. And it's going to be a top loading pocket. And then I went to the back page and we did this envelope with the little file folder card things made out of time cards. So we're going to alter these time cards better during the embellishment series. They'll get altered, but right now they're just in there. And we probably should do something with this back cover. Albumy, something to do with an album on the back cover. And I really don't know what I want to put there. I have an idea, but I think what I want to do is going to need to wait till later in the series because it's a kind of a pocket. And so it could be done with the pockets when we get to pockets, which I guess all the other pockets could have waited. But I wanted to do a window pocket. But I know I have windows and I think I have pockets, both things. So that could really wait till we do windows. Or a window, some kind of like a window flip or something. So let's see. I'm looking to see what I have over here that we could use. Ooh, that's pretty. So I would want a wider piece to go edge to edge. But this would be pretty behind a window pocket. And then put something over it that has a window on it. I just need it to be a fuller page than it is. So what do you guys think? This with like a window, something with a window in it in front of it. Maybe a big giant tag, which I thought we had a tag left the other day that we didn't use. I'm looking in my little stash of goodies over here. We do. So like if we had this tag on here, oh, we could move it up and make it like a flip up tag with a window in it. With a pocket behind, boy howdy, with a pocket behind it. But I still want this to be a fuller page of paper. And I cannot print while we're live. So, and this doesn't really match the coloring. But I also have this page, but it doesn't have a good spot to put a window. This page does. It's really pretty flower on it. I think that would be kind of cool. And have a flip up. So it would flip up. But when it's closed, it could have a pocket that you could put something in. Or when it flips up, it could have a pocket this way that you wouldn't see. And if nothing is in the pocket, you see the flowers. I hope I'm thinking straight, and I hope I'm making good sense. Or you could have the window part up here, so you see what's behind it, and then you flip it up. Well, that's where the pocket would be. You could still have a pocket. So here's what I'm thinking currently. If we had a window part here, roughly, where you could see the pretty little flower, then when this flips up, our window would go to, say, here. You could have a pocket up here or a side loading pocket. So a thing with a side loading pocket with like a journaling card in it. What do you guys think? Or is that too much? But I still want this to be a full page, and I'd want my tag to be more gigantic, I guess. This is where you need a giant tag. But I'm not prepared to do that today because I need to print out a piece of paper. Unless I have something in my stash we could use that kind of matches what we're doing and the colors that we're using. I'm checking. I am checking because I have stuff printed. I have misprints and napkin paper. That would make a pretty big tag. That would make a gorgeous, gigantic tag. That's napkin paper. That would even make a, well, it's card. I don't want to put more card on top of card. As far as, but that would make a good pocket. Or a tag, flip up tag part. What else do I have over here? In my little printout stash of goodies. I'm looking to see if there are any. Oh, there's more misprints right there. Yes. Oh, this is pretty. If we turn it correctly. Okay, so what we got is, this is napkin paper. Let's see. And I'm going to make it be a tag. But I know this needs to go probably like this. So, and I probably need to trim it. So let's work on cutting it shorter first. I need it to be, how long is our paper? Turn the ruler. Our pages are not quite, well, right at 8.5. So I need to trim this off to 8.5. Oh, that's great. So it's 11 inch. I know this is an 11-inch piece of paper. We need to cut 3 inches off of it. Glory be. Let me mark it. It's the best way to do it. Mark it. There is 8.5. Now, I know that's the straight edge of the paper. Okay, move that out of our way for a second. Perfect length. Oh, I didn't leave room for a tab. We can build a tab in. Now, how wide is our paper? Our paper is right at 5.5. And this is just going to be the tag. So, I know I want to trim this edge off, and I need to re-glue that with glue stick. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put 5.5 there, and I'm going to put a mark here for where we're going to cut. And flip it around and find that. Uh-oh. There it is, my pencil mark. Okay. So now it goes like this. And I need to re-glue stick some parts. We are going to glue this little piece back down. And we're going to glue this little piece back down. All right, now the way I do my tags, I fold my paper semi in half. Grab my scissors, cut my corners, and that gets you a tag shape. Okay. We need to come up with a tab. Where's that shorter piece of paper? Aha. So I'm going to cut 1 inch off of here. So we're doing the same thing we did yesterday when we were making tabs, or the other day when we made tabs. And so we're going to fold it over. only need it to be as long as the top of the tag is. Like that. Okay. And now we need this piece to be, it is long enough. We got to figure out where we're going to make the 5.5 inches be. And you know, this could be a side pocket on the back. So wait a minute. We're in the journal. It's going to go like this. The pocket would need to be on this side. Tag goes here. I may not want to put a window on it. I may just want it to be, we're going to have to ink some edges. I don't think I'm going to put a window. I think what I'm going to do is just have it be a flip with maybe a pocket on the back of it. What do you guys think? Just a flip with a pocket, no window? And there's nothing on the back of this, so I have a solution for that too. It's not a double. Well, we're going to put a pocket back here too. So we'll have something on the back of it because we're going to find something to make a pocket out of. You like the window though? Well, we could make a window. That was the original plan. Okay, so this will go like this. We're going to get the double-sided tape. And if I could get this on here straight. Okay, I got too much stuff on my desk. Too much stuff. Wait a minute. I think this is the piece that we wanted, not that long one. Yep, it's this one. I almost taped the wrong piece. Turn it around. It's still not right. All right, I'm just going to cut that little pointy part off. And we're going to snip that straight. And of course, I put the tape on the wrong side first. Let me snip that little edge off. Okay, so we're just making our hinge. And we can actually hide this hinge because if we do it right, we can hide the hinge. You think either would be awesome, Misty? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The way we're going to hide our hinge, we're going to put this on here first. And that way, when we put this on here, we can cover up this hinge on the inside. So it needs to go like this. Yep, so it can flip up. Okay, so I am going to just line that up with the top edge. I'm going to burnish it down really good. Now, before we do all that, let's don't tape it yet because we may want to put a window in it. It's easier to do that if it's not attached. So we need to cut this down to 8.5 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. No, I'm going to leave it a little wider. Okay. Now, that would be 5.5 inches. I kind of like, let's just cut some from both sides. I'm going to start with an inch over here coming off. Flip it. And it's still more than 5.5, so that's good. Okay, now I don't want to cut any more off of this side. I think we will cut, ooh, that's a lot. So let's look to see. I'm trying to see what would we see through our window is what we got to look at. But I don't want to cut this belief off either. So if we have this like this, and we put a window up here, we would be able to see the rows. Okay, we may have to take just a little off each side. So let's take, how wide is this? It's going to need to have another inch come off. So let's take 1/2 inch from this side. Oh, wait a minute. Let's leave it. Yeah, let's leave it. Because if we make it a pocket, we now have room to put a tab on here at the bottom. We don't have room for side tabs, but we have room for a bottom tab. Well, I don't know that I want to do that. Let's take the other 1/2 inch off. Oh, Lordy, my little makeup sponge just went bouncing everywhere. Where did it bounce to? Okay. I think that's good. And now, clean my little scrappy papers off my desk. Now we're going to ink up this paper. Now with the window, do we want to make it to where that a person could put like a photo under there if they wanted to? And then that way they wouldn't, if they had a photo, they would see the photo. If they didn't have a photo, they would see the image on the paper. So I kind of think we want to do that, but this is still too big. We got to trim it a little tiny bit. Just a little. There we go. I like how this seems to be almost translucent, but it's not really translucent. Okay, let's glue this down. No, we can't glue this down yet because we need to be able to hide our hinge. So we got to work with this. Now, I had a piece of vellum out here, a scrap piece of vellum. Where? Oh, there it is. Where did it go? So this could be our window. And it is big enough to put a photo behind. We, of course, wouldn't want it to go edge to edge. We may glue it in edge to edge or tape it, because if you glue vellum, it puckers. So double-sided tape is the way to work with vellum. So let's put this on here. We're saying about here. I kind of want to mark it where it's going to go. Okay, now guys, I don't have a frame punch or anything like that. So what I'm going to have to do, we're going to have to use the ruler, old-fashioned way. So we know where it's going to go. And I'm thinking maybe a 1/2 inch all the way around. So I'm going to mark some 1/2 inch marks. Okay, that is not 1/2 inch because it's not lining up with the rest of these. Let's go back up here to the top. I don't know what I did. So you don't need the fancy tools. You just need a ruler and a pencil. Okay, so there's that one. And we're going to mark it. Now we're going to do the same thing here. 1/2 inch from our pencil line. I just need some stuff to be out of my way so I can slide my ruler up. Okay. Now we can draw that line. And now we're going to go a 1/2 inch here. Up here, we really don't need to measure 1/2 inch because we have this whole border. Does that make, I hope that makes sense. Because we have the whole top border, we don't need to come in a 1/2 inch. So we just need the 1/2 inch at the top. We really don't need it down here at the bottom either, come to think of it. Well, we need to know where we're cutting. Because we do have to cut a window out. Okay, let me draw this one. Why does that look crooked? I don't like it. I think it's crooked. Let's try again. Okay, let's try it this way. Ruler to the edge and mark a 1/2. Now, if my paper's not cut straight, it's going to be crooked. That already looks straighter, but it still looks kind of crooked. Does look crooked. I don't guess it is crooked, though. So we know our vellum. Okay, we can't go right there. We do have that space up there, but we need room for the vellum to attach. So we do need to come in the 1/2 inch. Glad I checked it before I cut it. So we are going to come in that 1/2 inch. Or maybe only, well, we'll come in a 1/2. I was thinking maybe only a 1/4, but we're going to come in the full 1/2. Okay. Now, what I do is this. And this may not be the proper method, but it gets a hole in your paper. For you to now, you got a starting point so you can cut your frame out. And there we go. And I need to straighten up this one little edge a little bit. Okay, so now we have this great big huge frame. And we are going to ink it. I almost was going to glue the vellum down first. No, 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 no. Let's ink the inside of our frame. Okay. So now what we're going to do, turn it over. And I need to cut the vellum there. Where's my cut mark? It is right there. Line that up with my mark on here. And now I want to ink this one edge. Well, we're not going to see it. It's going to be in the back, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put our tape. If I need to trim, I'll trim. We want to put double-sided tape. And I think I want to apply the double-sided tape to this and then put the vellum on it. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to use this little tape. And I find where the end is. There it is. Ah. Oh, I can't pull it. I can't pull it. So we're going to have to just trim that off real quick where it went over. Because there's not going to be anything on this side for it to stick to. There we go. All fixed. Okay, Misty. Hi, anybody else that came in. How are you and welcome? We are making a window tag flip thing to go in our journal that we're working on. I think I'm almost to the end of this roll of tape. Checking to make sure. Okay, I am at the end of that roll of tape. So, Okay, it doesn't want to hang back up, so we're not going to worry about that right this minute. Okay. And now we're going to pull our tapes off. Backings for the tape anyway. Varnish it really well. And varnish this one. And before I glue, or before I place our piece of vellum, I'm going to erase these pencil lines. I probably should have already done that because now this is probably going to stick to my tape. Okay, we are all good. Yep, it's stuck to my tape. So now we're going to put our piece of vellum down. And I am going to cut off the excess that we don't need back here. I'm just going to trim it away and trim up what's hanging over the side. So now when we have this down on our page, it will look like that. But we are going to leave it open what I'm going to do is I can't back it really with anything, but how are we going to make a pocket? How are we going to make a pocket? Because if we make a pocket out of the tag won't flip. We may not be able to make it a pocket. I'll have to work on that one. There has to be a way to have it flip up. I just don't know how we would do it. But I like the window anyway. But I did want, when we flipped it up, to have a pocket here on this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to very carefully ink up the parts of this we're going to see when it flips. So it's not stark white. Oh, get that out of the way. Just so it's not stark white. And down this side over here. Because we're going to put a pocket here that's going to load from this side. That's the important thing. And I have tape that's not covered. I'm going to pull that up. And I'm going to snippy it off. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Now that won't interfere with anything. Okay. Well, my concern when making it two pieces of vellum is you're not going to be able to see this if you put two pieces of vellum on here. You won't be able to, it'll make it so it's not really visible because the vellum is kind of frosted looking. But we'll still have access to it via the flip, so we have time to figure that part out. But we are going to put a pocket down here. of some kind. I'm just looking at what scrappy papers we have in the scrappy paper pile. We used this the other day. Those really aren't long enough. But we used this. I have this big piece left. So we could put it on here and cut out a thumb part. Let's do some tracing. Okay. Now I know I want to make this bigger than it is. Oh, those ain't the scissors I want. Because we want some tabs. So now I got gummies on this scissors. We're going to go like this. And we only need tabs on 3 sides. Oh, yep, we're going to leave it for right this moment. So I'm going to fold this over. Fold this over. Put it on here because we want it to open from this side. Oh, I can cut off some. And I can cut off some back here. Okay, that's what we needed to know. So I'm going to cut off about that much from there. And about 1/4 of an inch from there. And that didn't cut all the way through. Okay, so now before we do this, we could make it to, no, I don't. I'm looking at, this is going to flip up. The pocket would have to open from the top or up here, but when it flips down, the stuff's going to fall out of it. So that's not going to work. This is our best option, the side loading pocket. Okay, let's put this back over. The pocket's going to open over here. I really don't need that much of a flap, but we're going to go with it. Okay, now we're just going to cut the excess out of our corners. And that's fine. Now, before we do anything, I'm going to take my little 2-inch circle punch. And I'm going to punch us a little thumb hole thing. Okay, now because we're going to see this, I'm going to ink it up. Okay, now let's make sure I'm thinking correctly. Yes, we want it to load from this side. Okay, we are thinking correctly. And this is going to get glued. We have the tabs. And I apologize, you guys, for a while ago. Something happened when the power went off and came back. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Susan. I missed some people coming in. I'm sorry, guys. So now I am just working on lining this up to the best I can. And I should have inked my pocket before I put it on here. We're at least going to ink this edge and the bottom edge. Okay. So, hi, Jean. How are you? Thank you for coming. And welcome to my channel. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our last page. Wait, is that what? This is what we're working on. The back cover of the second signature. Get that out of the way. Okay. We are now going to tape this tag onto this paper. And so we have the tape already on here. We're going to just pull it off. And I'm turning this upside down, right? Make sure that's upside down. Sorry about the dogs. That is upside down. Yeah. I don't know what they're barking at today. Okay. I turned it upside down so that I can line this up with the top edge of the paper and see what I am doing. And before I press this down, I need it to lift back up. Okay. I need to line this up with the rest of the paper. I think that's good because we want to, well, it's not good. We don't want it to be right up to the edge or our page. Well, that's that outside edge. Ooh, we may not have it. One moment. I'm going to see if I can get this up. We're taking it back off the yay. I know Joe Glue, right? I'm doing good, Jean. How are you? I know I miss Misty's lives too. Okay, here's the folding side. Well, before we do this, see, I just don't think about it, you guys. Let's ink it up. I think it comes from, I didn't have any ink pads to begin with when I started crafting, paper crafting. And so I just made stuff without inking it. And it got to be a habit. And so now I'm off camera. And it's just a really hard habit for me to break. Okay, we're inked. Now, this is the fold side. We want to not be right up on top of the fold because we want to leave room to make sure that our page will open. All right, now I think we're good. We have it right where it's not right on the edge of the fold. We're lined up at the top. We have our window. We have our flip. We have a pocket up here to put stuff in and out of. Now we are going to put this page down. And we're going to hide that. I think I may put a piece of lace across there or something. And I see pencil marks that we can't get rid of. Erase all your pencil marks, people. Because there's some pencil marks right here that we can't get rid of now. It's too late. I have taped the vellum to them. Okay. Now we just have to kind of line this up, leave room for our tag to flip back down. And we need to burnish it and make sure we have no air pockets. So what happens now, our tag will flip down. And you can see the rows through the tag. And when you flip our tag page up, we have a pocket on the back side. And I think for this, we had a scrap. Just want to maybe put this little scrap piece right there. And that'll work. And for that, we need the tacky glue. So what do you guys think? Hey, Patricia, how are you? Thank you for coming. So I'm just going to put a bead of the tacky glue. We are putting the lace on there. Making sure we can still close. And now we get to wait and chat for a minute. Thank you, Misty. Put my ink pad back. And I have some walkthroughs that I'm going to try to get to this weekend since we're not going live on Saturdays anymore. I have several walkthroughs I need to get done and get put up. So you're going to, and I do those as lives because if I do them as a live stream, it doesn't take as long to upload. So I do them as a live unlisted, then I upload them. And so there's going to be several walkthrough things going up this weekend. I got mine when the power was out. For that few minutes that the power was off before it came back on. And again, I apologize, but I don't know what happened, you guys. Something when the power went, when it came back on is when the stream went funky. So I apologize for that. I think that looks really pretty with the pink behind it. And our page will close. But what we could do, if we need to, there's no way to paper. Yeah, there is. We could, no, we'd have to paper clip from this side. Which side is the thinner side? Neither. I want to let our glue dry. because we got double bulk over here because we have the envelope flip. We have double, that's the folded side. And our pocket opens from that side. So but we could put a paper clip if we wanted to hold this down. But we still need to let that dry because I don't want that to glue to this. This is one of the things you're going to see in a walkthrough, hopefully this weekend. I had trouble getting these to print correctly. So for those of you that just came in, if you go back and watch. Hi, Robin. Thank you for coming. How are you today? If you go back and watch, you'll see where it misprinted and I had big white lines. It now prints full size like it's supposed to. And that's why they haven't been put up in the shop yet, because I check everything to make sure that it's going to print correctly. And that way, when I'm showing it to you, it's not printed that way because I've finagled it anyway. I want you, if you purchase a digital download from my Zibbet store, you can be sure that when you go, all you have to do is print it. You don't have to rotate it. You shouldn't have to rotate it. And that's what I'm checking on. You shouldn't have to rotate it or anything. You should just be able to go and tell it to print it, and it print it. And it come out the way it's supposed to come out. So I am working hard to get those to do that. I know, Robin. I understand. I finally figured out what I'm going to make my mom for Mother's Day. It's not made yet. I have, 2 days before Mother's Day to make that? She thinks we're going to get her tomato plants. I'm going to get her some tomato plants, but that is not her Mother's Day present. She doesn't watch. So I don't have to worry about her watching. But that's not going to be her mother. She's like, I just want tomato plants. Tomato plants are not, to me, a Mother's Day present. So no. Not going to happen. But I am going to make her something crafty that I think she'll use. The box that I made her at Christmas, she uses all the time. I made her an altered cigar box with lighthouses on it. And that sits right next to her chair in her living room with like the remote control in it and little odds and ends. I really like our page. Where did my paper clip go? I think we're safe. Yep. To paper clip this down. Maybe. We'll just put it at an angle. Just enough to hold it closed. And now, when we go back to our journal and we put this in here, so this is what we've done so far. Now, tomorrow, I think we're going to start with butterflies. It's butterflies, beads, birds, bugs, and I added another bee. And I don't remember what, but I added something. Maybe it was birds. I added birds. It was butterflies, bees, and bugs. And I added birds. So we're going to make embellishments using those things. And we're going to pull it all together. So when we open our journal, which we're going to decorate the covers and the inside covers later. But when we open it, this is going to be the beginning of our first signature. It has the flippies and these flippies. We have pockets here, pocket here, these pockets. We can put something pretty there. And then that page opens and we have a pocket here, a bunch of coffee dyed. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the other cardstock pages and replace them with coffee dyed. And if we need to put cardstock back, we can. But I'm thinking we're good. And then we come to the back. And we have this tag that flips over. And it has a waterfall. And each pocket, each side of the water, each page of the waterfall has a pocket in the side. So you have 3 other pockets there. This tag has a pocket here. It flips over and has a little tuck spot down here. And that all flips closed. And then we flip it over. Oh, wait, there's a pocket here. And there's a pocket here. Then the beginning of our second signature, we have a pocket here. We flip the page. We have this baggie that flips out that we can embellish. And it is a top loading pocket, so we're going to need a big tag to go in there. Kind of like the tag we just made. And then we have coffee dyed and a couple of pieces of card that I think I'm going to take out and put coffee dyed. And then today, we made this pocket. And it flips open. And inside it are altered time cards that we did file folder tabs on. That we are going to alter the time cards in the series at some point. I'm trying to get them lined back up so I can just slide them back in. There we go. And then that flips closed. And then over here we just did this page where this flips up. It's the window page. You have the window where you can see through. And then your tag flips up and there's a pocket up here. Let me pull it down. And then we have this pocket up here. Now we could put, because this covers, we could also put another pocket down here. That's going to make it bulky at the bottom of the page, though. If we put a second pocket. So, I don't think so. I'm going to try to figure out what we can do. Maybe if we did another frame, we could put another frame here and have a pocket. Well, it would be open then. I don't know. Joe, we might have to be talking later. Thank you, Patricia. So that is the end of the A part, which is album ideas that I could come up with for a junk journal. Do you want to probably put all these in one junk journal? Probably not, because this is gonna be very bulky. But this is my A to Z journal, where I'm going to put all these embellishments that we're coming up with, and all of these ideas. So this is going to probably be bulky, or a fluffy puffy. But it'll be a place that I'll have all the little ideas that we're doing into. Excuse me. And then I'll be able to come back. It's going to be like a reference book for me. Yep, so tomorrow is butterflies. What did I just say? Butterflies, bees, bugs. So bugs would encompass your dragonflies if you want to do ants. Any beetles, which I have several pieces. Any kind of thing like that you want to put on a page as an embellishment or build a cluster around. So that's what we're working with tomorrow. Butterflies, bees, bugs, and birds. Oh, I love fluffy too. And it's already fluffy-ish, but I think when I take the 4 pages of cardstock out that we're not going to use, and I put coffee dyed, it's going to help it some. Because the cardstock's 110 pound and the coffee dyed is 20 pound. So it's going to help it a little bit to not be so puffy. I did the cardstock in case I needed it for the album part. But I think we're good with just the covers of the signatures having that. And we may put some more album parts in it. I don't know. But when I think of albums, I think of flip outs, flip downs, flip ups, and all that kind of thing. Hidden pocket pages. And so that's a lot of what we have here. So that's all I have for today. I know Joe is going live. Joe, when are you going to go live? Are you going live right after me, or? Thank you for putting the link in, Misty. And all of the links are down below. Now, I'm seeing that we have 8 people. So here's something. I don't have the links for her channel handy. And I don't know her name. How horrible. I'm about to tell y'all stuff that I don't know. I can find it real fast. Let me get on my phone and find it. So bear with me for just a moment, because um, it's something I want to tell you guys about that I'm not sure you know. Let's see, I got to go to library. History. Yeah, it was probably easier to do it the other way. That's Camp Kangaroo. Okay, now I just have to find her page. Her name is Justine Stone. Justine has a small channel. So now let me do a search for her, because I pulled up something different. But it's Justine Stone. What Justine does, she's a small channel like we are. And what she does is she has the hospice in her area. If a child loses a parent while their parent is in hospice, and I'm going to try to get her channel link so I can put it up. Y'all just need to go to her channel, and I'm going to link it below once the video loads. Okay, I got that. Now I got to get back to my channel. Well, YouTube can't make this easy, can they? Okay, so, and we get back to the video. There we go. And back to chat. Okay. Wrong one. Now, I was just on this video. Hopefully this is the right one. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to put her link in, and then I can talk about it. Because then my mind won't be on 20 million other things. Okay. So Justine Stone, if a child in her area. Oh, thanks, Mac or Misty. And it helps if you hit enter when you put it in, doesn't it? Okay. That's her link to her channel. Misty, if you want to find the Pacific video for the 2020 kickoff, that'd be great. I'm going to put all that below. If a child in her area has a parent that dies while they're on hospice. Hi, Janice. Thank you for coming. How are you today? And so if a child in her area has a parent that dies on hospice, they take a composition notebook and they alter it for these children who have lost a parent through hospice care. And all you have to do to alter your composition book is change the front and back cover, the outside. You don't have to alter the inside of the cover. It needs to have at least one pocket and one larger tag or a bookmark, or like I said, a larger tag that could be used as a bookmark or a bookmark. That's all the embellishing that you have to do. You are allowed to put a stamp on the pages, but no words. You can include stickers for them to decorate their own journals with. Again, no words. And I'm going to put the link down where she explains all this. And that's because you don't know what the children have been through. You don't know what their beliefs are. So we don't want anything that says believe, wish, praying for you, or anything like that. You do need to make 2 journals, either 2 unisex journals or one for, excuse me, one for a boy, one for a girl. These are not due until November or the end of the year. I ran across a video where they were talking about it. She had already made hers for this year and sent them in. Now, Justine does a challenge. If you send them in, you get entered into her challenge. What I would like to do, I know if enough smaller channels put this out there, we can make a huge difference as small channels. So what I would like to do is when it comes closer to time for the due date, or even now, if you want to make them and send them to her, post a picture in my Foxy's Creations or Foxy's Follower secret group with the kids kangaroo or camp kangaroo somewhere on it so I know what it is. You will get entered into a drawing for my channel, but that drawing won't be held till they're actually due. But if you want to make them and post a picture, I'm going to do a drawing on my channel as well for anybody that participates through this. But I want to get it out there because I think it's a great cause. And so, just take, because every pad of paper that we buy, if you buy pads of paper, has that ugly paper. Or the paper that doesn't, that you look at it and you go, why is that in this pad? Sometimes that paper would make a good cover for something. And if you take a composition book and you think about it, and if you have a 12 by 12 paper, you're going to have cutoffs. Those cutoffs could become your tags in your pocket or your tag in your pocket. She has videos of some that she's also, she had received. She's got a playlist so you can see how people are making these. I just think it's an awesome cause. And I know I'm going to do it because it's something I could, I can get behind. I can support children who have lost a parent. It just gets them a journal that they can write in, draw in, express their feelings in however they want to express their feelings. And that's why we don't do any other embellishments other than the covers and a pocket. Now, I've seen some of them where they did the covers, both inside and outside covers. They put pockets in the front and the back. They put a tag and a bookmark. They had a tassel. And that was the end of the decoration. Which, that's what we're supposed to do. Leave the pages blank. So does that sound like something you all would be interested in? I just urge you to go on and check her link out, and I will put them below once the video posts. Oh, Janice, you're on the hold with the doctor's office. Bless your heart. And Misty just put up a link too. Thank you, Misty. That's the link to the video. Okay, great. Yeah, I linked her channel. Misty linked the video. That is awesome. Thank you, Misty. You are so awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow with butterflies, bees, bugs, and birds. I got fussy cutting to do tonight, y'all, because I ain't ready. But I have some really cool birds and stuff. Oh, thank you, Robin. You have a long time. They're not due till November or somewhere between November, the beginning of November into December. This was the January 2020 kickoff that I filmed the video for. And the only reason that she did it when she did it was because she had somebody that had already submitted entries. Oh, great, Janice. I agree. Let's do this, you guys. Let's this, because yes, a big channel, if there was a big channel with a ton of viewers, could do it and they could make a difference. But if enough small channels get together, small channels can also make a huge impact on something like this. You should be done with your room by then, Robin. Robin, I don't think a craft room is ever done. I realized I still need more shelves, at least one more shelf. My husband's like, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm like, I don't know. We got to figure out a place because we need one more shelf in here. And then I keep reorganizing it. and reorganizing it some more. Because as you work in it, and Joe told me this would happen, and Joe was right. I'm a person who I want to touch things one time, put them where I want them to go, and not have to move them again. And that works in every other area of my life except my craft room. In my craft room, I put things where I thought I was going to need them to be, and found out that that wasn't the best place for them. I needed something else to be there, or I needed to move it. So it's just, it's been a constant reorganization as I sit here and use the craft room and work in here. Misty's like, not me, I move everything. Oh, Misty, I've been moving everything over and over again. I think now I finally have it set pretty much. I haven't moved anything in a while. Now it's just getting everything put away. And it looks like it's going to storm outside. And I see wasps flying around outside my window. We will not be having wasps as bugs. I don't like them. So now some of the things that we might be doing would be, let me see. You could take a piece of paper. This is an example for tomorrow. Piece of paper like this. Just fold it over. Well, fold it over and cut it straight. How about that? Trim the little corners off. That's way too big. I want the small hole punchy thing. Now I gotta figure out where I put it. Poke a little teeny tiny hole here. And this is a jewelry punch. So that's big enough to get a jump ring in. So we could put a jump ring in there and add a butterfly. Now this can be added to a tag. It could be added to a paper clip as a dangle. It could be put on a bulb pin as a dangle. It could be put on a paper clip completely. So it could be just put on a page with your little butterfly dangling off of it. It could be put in a pocket. So something like that, something that simple from something, and then we would have embellishments that you could put in any journal. So we're hopefully we can build our stash at the same time that we're making the A to Z stuff, if that makes any sense. Oh, hi, Brenda, and welcome. And my goodness, really? 2 shelves, Brenda? Oh, Lord, I'm going to need a step stool in my craft room. I'm going to need one of them library ladder things. You know, the library ladders that hangs on the wall and it slides back and forth? That way you can put shelves up to my ceiling. And then I can just slide the ladder over from one shelf to the other shelf. That's a good idea. He needs to make me one of those, so I can access the top shelves in the ceiling. Oh, Lord, Brenda. Well, thank you, but goodness gracious. So how are you today, Brenda? Oh, Janice, you can't find what you're looking for most days. I can find it. See, when I was doing a home-based business years ago and had to be organized, the lady that I was under, her organizational tip was, anytime that you need something, you should be able to find it within 2 minutes. If you can't find it within 2 minutes, at the most 3, you're not organized. And I try to live by that rule. If I need something, I need to be able to put my hands on it within 2 to 3 minutes. And most of the time in my craft room, I can. If I can, it's because I changed where its home is. And now I have to remember where I made its new home go. Oh, wow, Brenda. So it's been another one of those days for you. You have to quit having multiple Mondays in one week. That's just not right. You only should have one Monday and the rest should be better. Brenda lately has been having multiple Mondays. You know how Monday's like a yuck day? She keeps having those. More than one in a week. That shouldn't happen to people. One Monday is enough. Oh, cool, Brenda. So tomorrow it's going to be the bees, butterflies, bugs, and birds. And I'm going to be fussy cutting stuff out tonight. We may use some stickers. I do have stickers with those kind of things on them. However, I also have S has stickers. So I may save the stickery stuff for the stickers and just do some fussy cutting. So I'll be fussy cutting while I'm watching TV later. But that's okay. I like to fussy cut stuff. So see, something we could do is something like yesterday when Joe and I were live on the other channel, I made this little envelope journal. But see this down here where it says believe? Making it minus the believe part because we have words coming up later. Making this and just putting a butterfly on it or a bird on it. Letting it alone. And then later when we get to the words, pulling some of this stuff back out and then you can add a word to it or something. So we're just making like a base that we can add stuff to. So you kind of have to think ahead kind of in a way. But we can also do stuff like this where you don't need to put a word. But this also has room to put a word on it. Or a small little tiny word this away from your bead dangle thing. So yep. Oh wow, Brenda, 11 days of school left. Yep, Janice, I thought I had a lot of storage. See, here's what happened with me, Janice. Until, let's see, when did Nick get my craft room built? I think I moved in here January or February, maybe. I think it was after Christmas. And I didn't get to move totally in. Before that, I crafted in my kitchen at a big 6-foot fold-out table from Walmart. My camera was attached to a drawer. All my crafting supplies were spread out between my living. This room was our storage in here. And we've moved all that to my husband built a room on our closed-in sun porch. He took up part of that to build a storage room so this room could be emptied. But because we only live in a 2-bedroom, very small, like I think 800 square foot house, if that. And so being that it was all spread out between the living room and the kitchen and some in the hallway, I didn't realize how much stuff I had because I had it very neatly organized. Like every corner of the living room had stuff. Part of the kitchen had stuff. My hallway had stuff. Getting it all in one central location, now I see how much total stuff there is. And there's a lot. I don't have as much as some people, but I have enough for me. And that's what counts. I have enough to do what I want to do. So yeah, I don't know when ours lets out on sometime in the 20th of the month. I'm not sure when because I have no children in school, no grandchildren in school. I have some great nieces, but I don't know when they get out. No idea. Storage doesn't help, Brenda. You're funny. Oh, wow, Brenda, May 24th. Bless your heart. And then she'll have her, it's 3, right, Brenda? Her 3 grandchildren will be home all day. I know, Janice. Me and Brenda used to joke about that, or Brenda and I. I have carts all over the internet with stuff in them. If this was stores, they would be mad at me because it's like leaving a cart at the door full of stuff. And it's like, don't touch it. I'll be back later. I have literally got carts everywhere on the internet with stuff in them. And I'm perfectly happy with just shopping and putting stuff in my cart and just letting it sit there for a while. 3 grands. Okay. And I try not to buy anything either, other than the things that I really like. I did a very small haul this weekend, and it was all stuff I needed. I got photo corners because I'm starting to get interested in making albums. So I got some photo corners. I had to get more double-sided tape. Um, I got an embossing folder. I got a die cut, which that technically the die cut wasn't necessary. However, I just got a die cutting machine at the end of last year. It's my anniversary / Christmas present. So in November, December, around then. And so I'm building up my die stash. So, and I'm in love with pockets. And so my die that I got, where's that at? Got this pocket die. Because I'm in love with these things. These things I like because there's so many different things you can do with them. You can cut them in half and turn them into corner embellishments. You can make it be a pocket. We used it in our journal. We used that die cut in these bifold doors. Here. And we used my new embossing folder on this page. And I love that. So there's just so many different things you can do with die cuts, and I love them. Oh, you're fine, Susan. I know. I use my wish list on Amazon. I use the wish list now. Walmart, I usually put stuff in the cart that I need. Other than that, I put it in the cart and then I move it to save for later. But the reason I keep it in the cart, hubby has access to the Walmart. And so he looks in the cart to see, like if he's going to go to Michael's, he'll look in the Walmart cart to see what's in there. Can he get it at Michael's? Can he get it at Hobby Lobby? Can he get it at Staples? So I put things in the cart at Walmart just so he'll know what type of things I'm looking for. Well, my AliExpress list is at its maximum 99. No, my cart is 99. You can only have 99 items in your cart on AliExpress, which drives me insane. And then everything else goes on the wish list. Yeah, Robin, I think we all shake our head going, why? Oh, wow, Susan, that is so cool. Oh, wow, Janice. Yeah, I have beads left from when I was making jewelry. I have a lot of jewelry findings left from when I was doing jewelry. And I have more seed beads. But seed beads I have found are good for tag embellishments, paperclip embellishments, bead dangles. The bigger beads are great for tassels. Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Joe's going to go live next. So what we need to do, all of us need to hop over to Joe's channel. Joe, if you're still here, can you type in chat so they can all follow you to your channel? She is making an album, you guys, a beginner album. Oh, that is awesome, Susan. My husband does a lot of that kind of thing. Or he knows, like, he may be out shopping and I won't know he's shopping. And he'll pull up the Walmart list and he'll just bring home surprises. Like, he brought me home my, what is that thing called? Oh, Lord. Okay, it used to be right here next to me and I could show you what it is. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it now. The crocodile. He brought me home the great big crocodile. And so that was a surprise. It was just in my wish list. And then he brought it home to me. He had to go shopping somewhere and he went by Michael's to see if they had them. And he used the 50% off coupon and got me, you know, the great big one that does the punching and all that stuff. He got me that one. So that is so cool, though, that you got that. That is awesome. Okay, well, I think we're going to get off of here. We're going to go to Joe's channel. Right, the big bite too. I know. I would love that. Those are awesome. Mine, because it's the great big crocodile thing, usually is on the floor right here, handy. But I don't see it right now. I must have moved. See, here's where we go. Oh no, right here it is. I did move it. It's this one. And they should have designed this differently. What they should have done, when you're trying to put something in here to put a grommet, and it's sitting up like this, there's not a lot of room here for you to line stuff up, make sure it's all aligned correctly. It's just not. This should have had a hinge on it back here so that it would open kind of like a stapler, giving you room to put your paper, put your grommet or eyelet, fold it back down and punch it. But they didn't design it that way. Yours sits in a box somewhere, Brenda. You're so funny. So he bought me this, and I love it. I just don't like how you can't really see to line stuff up when you're putting in eyelets in a journal. It's just not enough space here when it's standing up for you to see what you're doing. That's my only complaint, but I am not the designer of it, so. That's what you got too? Okay, Susan. I know, and it's really cool. I really do like it. I like the way it punches the holes and everything. My only complaint is if you're trying to do eyelet, I have a hard time with the eyelets. That's my only complaint. But I do like it. So we're going to get off of here and go to Joe's channel. Let me put her link in for you guys because I don't think she's here right now. So bear with me for just a moment. She is Have At It on YouTube. I will put her link in so that when we get off of here, we can go watch her and support her making her journal. Okay, and there is Joe's link. So if y'all want to go watch Joe make the beginner journal, we can go do that. And thank you guys, everybody, for coming. And tomorrow, don't forget, it's bugs, bees, butterflies, and birds. And I'll see you then. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.